Brain Tumour Support Trust.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Sarah from Brain Tumour Support Trust. We're due for some people to arrive for a very cool Beanie exhibition. Holly will probably just give you a real sneak peek around the corner. But I particularly wanted to show you this. I'm hoping that there are people having a look here at just where all the beanies have come from tonight. You're all amazing people. We didn't expect there to be such an incredible turnout, literally from all over the country. Some of you didn't even put your name on, and so we're just so appreciative of everyone. I guess there's a few special shout outs. We've got a big group in Greymouth, and that was a softie for me because I was born in Greymouth, so I love that connection. And then the other one I was telling Holly about is my cousin Alison. If you're looking or having a laugh at this, I had to put you up there somewhere, but I'm sorry, you're way out there in the Pacific. So very cool to have beanies for such
Honolulu, it's amazing, all around the place.
We had an interesting challenge with the postage, but it got here eventually.
Fantastic.
So very cool. Thanks everyone.
We're going to go for a bit of a walk around and look at some of the beanies now. Sarah's wearing one herself, and you'll notice there's a beautiful stitched heart. If you just turn your head that way, there's the stitched heart on the beanie, which is just gorgeous.
Yes.
But there are literally walls and walls of beanies here. Absolutely amazing. This is the Taumaranui Creative Fibre. So
we've even had fun where we had this idea to use plant pots as the base that we would put the beanies on, and actually we haven't been able to get enough.
Wow.
There's so many beanies here. 946 beanies in this room right now.
That's incredible.
I'm figuring it's okay if we round it up to 950.
I think that's all right. I tell you what, we're about to hit Sally Ridley's section. How many did she end up knitting?
So Sally's got the personal effort record. She did 50 on her own. Sally is a colleague of mine at Community Waikato, and so the laugh with this was the more Zoom meetings that we had Sally on at work, the more beanies she was able to create, because she basically created while sitting listening to Zoom meetings. My personal favourite is the family collection. Combination set.
Fantastic. And these are still purchasable, these ones?
Absolutely.
So that's something to keep in mind. I tell you what, there are really good prices on these as well, and it is a fundraiser, so I encourage you to think about that. I've got to say, I just had this one here on. Oh my goodness, it is soft, but it's also very cool. It's a very slouchy hat, and I like a slouchy hat. We're just moving around. Like, honestly, there are beanies that are everywhere here. There's another wall here, and this one here, one of my personal favourites, good friend of mine, Justine, knitted that, and actually several of them, which is amazing. We've got beanies over in the corner.
It is a problem though, isn't it? We all ended up with ones that we particularly like. So for me, someone's done a lighthouse.
Oh,
you know, I love lighthouses.
Wow.
But it's a children's size.
Ah, yes.
So I'm out of luck.
Yes.
But, yeah, very cool.
Oh, this one here is really cool. All colours, styles, made out of all different sorts of things. We're going to move over at some point to the felted hats as well, which are amazing. But you can see, seriously, there's a beanie for everybody here. Sarah, there's some pretty amazing stories that people have also sent with the beanies. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I guess for some people, and it was more than we expected really, for some people the creating of the beanies has really, touched a nice chord for them, and especially for people who, have lost people to brain tumours, and yeah, some of the stories have been lovely, and we'll show you a few further down. This one is just an example, though, of what we've got. Thank you for the work you do to support those suffering or supporting loved ones with brain tumours. I learnt to crochet just to contribute to your campaign. They aren't perfect, but they were made with care and positive thoughts.
Oh,
it's
love
lovely.
it. Just beautiful.
And absolute privilege for me to open those kind of messages. So, yeah.
So we're just scrolling through beanies here, showing you all the amazing colours and styles. And seriously, they're absolutely amazing. I think you've seen before the octopus, which is amazing, but there's also this incredible, what is this, Sarah?
Well, we've decided it's a shark, but we're open to interpretation, really. I mean, I think it's whatever you want it to be.
Well, perhaps.
But it does look, you know, it's definitely got a mouth.
Oh yes, and it's got an eye in there as well. That's amazing.
Incredible. It's just so wonderful. Yeah.
Beautifully creative.
Yeah. Hence why we had to have a creative category when we were looking to describe things.
This is the brain box, and of course funding goes towards the fundraising goes towards being able to put products inside these boxes and get them to people around the country who have recently had a diagnosis.
Yeah.
So I mean, absolutely amazing. And really important, probably the key part are the information pamphlets that go with the box. So,
And just wonderful for me to think that, you know, everything that we make from the beanies will go into sending, you know, more of these boxes out. And some of them, the beanies, will directly go into the boxes. Others, the funding will go towards what goes into the boxes. So,
yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep, brilliant.
All right.
We're finishing off just a couple of these last amazing hats. This here again.
Beanies are hot, Helly.
Yeah. These are the felted hats here. So quite an amazing selection of felted hats. Plus a non-felted one here.
Yeah. All over.
All over. They're just everywhere.
These are the stories I was telling you about, Holly. You might want to look at these later. This one, I don't know what to think about this. Lucy, who's made this. So, Lucy lost her father when she was 10 to a brain tumour, and he was a policeman, police detective. Sounds like such a nice guy. And so Lucy and I have been communicating, and she decided that she would knit a beanie for her father out of the police blue. So there's a lovely photograph, and there's, you know, this is the perfect match. Okay, this is the ridiculous thing. There are 946 beanies in this room, and Lucy's isn't here, lost in the post. Just crazy. But it's become my mascot, she and I were saying. It's like, hang on, it's got to get here. I figure it's just under a courier's seat.
Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere, you know?
Maybe, it will arrive.
So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Kitty has done an amazing, I love the strawberry, located in our office, which is fantastic. So wonderful to see her contribution. But these stories really are very, very touching. And if you want to find out more about them, it will be definitely worth coming down and looking. But we're getting a few people here now, so it's getting noisy. We better sign off. But we will be back, I think, for one more live. But otherwise, encourage you to keep an eye on the website, keep an eye on the auction.
Yeah.
And
Terrific.
Wonderful. Thank you.
See ya.